What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be filming something that I am so excited for. I don't even know how to explain it. So today we are going to be purchasing my dream camera, and I feel like this is something that I would really like to walk through the process with you guys. Just because I personally would like to have this video recording of me actually doing this, because it is quite a large decision. It's a lot of money, first of all, and then also just getting the dream camera is so sick. But currently I'm going to be replacing the Canon Rebel SL2s, which is what I'm recording on now. I love this camera, but it is a starting camera in my opinion. The jump that I'm about to make as far as camera goes is tremendous. Specifically speaking, for how I like to shoot, I really like to shoot at night. And if any of you Canon Rebel SL2 I guess members, owners, is night photography is not its strong point. If you go above, I would say 4 to 800 ISO, you start introducing a tremendous amount of grain, and it's not good. So I'm going to be showing you guys the camera comparison screen here of why I'm switching from the SL2 compared to the Sony a7 IV. And I am super excited for this because this is going to be such a big jump for me. It's going to be outrageous. We have a 33 megapixel Sony camera compared to a 24 megapixels. So something that I do like about this is I thought about switching to the A7R4. I think it shoots like 60 megapixels per picture, and that is a lot. I'm gonna have to buy a lot of storage for that. Not that that's too big of a deal, but I kind of just don't want to deal with those larger files and having to transfer them over. So I'm not necessarily, this 33 megapixel range I think is going to be fantastic for me. So sticking with that, the ISO, I think this is such a cool property for myself. So the ISO on the Sony, it goes from 100 to 51,000. So with that being said, the Canon currently goes from 100 to 25,600. So actually looking at these numbers, the problem with the Canon specs here is, in my opinion, I've only kept, I think, 1 or 2 photos at 800 ISO, just because there is so much grain coming out of this camera that I truthfully do not like it. So I think that switch alone, being able to have, so currently I'm having to film on a prime lens because I couldn't film on the zoom lens because I would have to go up to 800 ISO for you guys to, I think, really see me clearly. So I'm having to, you guys are currently in the hallway, so I could use this 50mm prime lens that I have, just because the grain is so bad on this camera. So this is something that I am so excited for, and I really just can't wait for this feature and having the option to go up in ISO. On the Sony, we have sensor shift image stabilization. What that is it pretty much will help stabilize. This is for images, and I'm pretty sure it also has this in video as well. So it'll help stabilize your footage in the internal body. The Canon Rebel SL2 does not have that. So that is a big difference. We have a 10 FPS continuous shooting. So something I have noticed with this camera specifically that I'm shooting on, I timed it. I think I can get 3 out of it. And I've seen some reviews of the Sony a7 IV not actually hitting 10 frames per second, which I think I'm going to notice such a big difference if it only hits, like, let's say 6, so almost, a little over half of what it's saying on this, this sheet. That is going to be such a big difference for me. It's going to be insane. So I'm not necessarily worried about the 10 frames per second, whether if it is 10 frames or if it drops down to 6, it's still going to be such a big upgrade for me. It doesn't really matter. As you can see, it does have this 4K video footage, so I will be able to shoot in 4K now, not only 1080 but 4K. That's super exciting. It does go up to 60 frames per second. There is a crop factor into that, which is no big deal really, in my opinion. because more than likely, if I'm wanting to shoot 4K 60 frames, I'm going to be like zooming in on something in specific. So if I was trying to slow it down, I feel like that crop sensor may actually benefit me when it comes to the actual video recording. So nothing crazy. The 120 frames, that is going to benefit me tremendously. So actually being able to go into slow motion and really slow things down, whether that be filming a video of some sort, or also just, really just slowing the video footage down. I'm super excited for that because I really like to shoot things in action. So with that being cars, or maybe sports, that'd be cool because I can actually shoot at night. Having ideas pop in my head, that's cool. Anyways, so having 120 frames per second is going to be a big benefit for me. Another part of this is it has a weather sealed body. The Sony does, so I personally love to try and go out and shoot reflections and also shoot in the rain. I tried to do a street photography video with this Canon Rebel SL2 and it started raining, and honestly I was quite scared. I was like tucking the camera underneath my shirt as I was walking around just so the Canon didn't get wet. So I've seen a ton of videos of Sony's being, I don't personally want to get mine out in the rain, but I've seen so many people just walking around with their cameras in the pouring rain and it literally does nothing, and it blows my mind. With all that being said, I think I've kind of proven my point of how big of an upgrade this is going to be. So I think the only thing we have left to do now is actually purchase the camera itself. Something that I do suggest is if you guys would like to actually look into this camera yourself, I'm going to leave a link down below. It is an affiliate link. If you guys would like to order this Sony a7 IV, or if you would like to talk to me about why I'm actually making this decision, I can go further into detail. If you want to DM me about it, feel free to do so. No idea. So walking through this process, I'm going to go ahead and pre-order this. Ah, my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. 3, 2, 1. Let's go! So, golly, I can't believe I just did that. Ugh. Wow, let's go. So, I would be expecting I don't even know what to say. So I can't explain how excited I am to get this camera now, but I do have to buy a lens as well. So I haven't made my final decision on what lens I'm getting, but more than likely the starting lens I'm getting will be the Sigma 24-70. It's pretty light and it'll work on the gimbal that I'm getting. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me actually buy this thing. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.